Gamers, what's the strangest encounter you've had with players online? I was playing a game of Mount and Blade, Napoleonic Wars. Bear in mind each game has 250 players. My team was defending a large house surrounded by walls. A unique thing about the game is that you can choose to play bagpipers and various other characters with musical instruments. So I was running around the house and I saw a piano, so I went over and started picking tunes to play on it. A few seconds later a squad of musicians come running down the stairs and just start playing with me. Eventually almost the entire team was down there dancing by toggling crouch. Out of nowhere a cannonball came flying through the wall and the piano and killed me. Then all of a sudden on chat someone typed, "They killed the piano man." And a few moments later someone else typed, "Forward for the piano man," and then charged out of the newly formed hole in the wall and the entire team followed shouting the same into chat. It was hilarious and bewildering at the same time. Was it 9 o'clock on a Saturday? I was playing one of the earlier Cody games and a little kid came on the mic. Sounded like he was maybe 7 or 8. I probably wasn't the only one who was getting ready to hear about he ducked somebody's mom. Anyway, the kid is super polite, says hello to everybody on the team, and asks if we mind working together so we don't ruin his KDR. He organized us pretty well. Made sure only a couple of us played sniper loadouts and had us organized by loadouts as we made our way around the map as a team using covering fire and a couple strategic flanks. I'm not sure what was more impressive, that the little kid organized it all and was super nice, or that everyone on the team listened to him and we all worked together. We cleaned house that match and I never saw him again. Didn't know Ender was into Cody. In the game Elite Dangerous I was flying around in a more populated area when I got interdicted by a wing of Orcus very large fast ship, great for ramming other ships. One of the players rings my ship for voice comms and I accept, hoping to talk my way out of a hostile situation. Nope. He blasts circus music and they all start flying at me at insane speeds. I didn't get away, but I laughed in the end. That's perfect. Shit like this is my favorite part of multiplayer games. I played Gara's mod a lot a few years ago. One time our base was being raided and something similar happened. We were vastly outnumbered and we were all going to die. The raiders played the Titanic theme through their voice chat the whole time. They made us surrender, lined us up against the wall, changed the song to Toxic by Britney, and then executed us. Back in the day I was on a random Minecraft server and I'd left my base to go mining. When I got back I saw someone inside and asked in the chat why he was in there. He asked for my Skype name and then called me. What happened next was a hostage situation. He rigged my house with TNT and said if I didn't give him all my valuables he'd blow the house up. Server had locked chests, but not any anti-griefing systems. To prove he was serious he took my dog to the window and killed him. A few of the mods from the server were online and nearby, so came over and asked if they wanted me to kick and ban him. I thought it was quite funny so let it play out and tried to talk. That lasted a second before he blew the place up. Happy ending though. They banned him then helped me build a new house. RIP Cecil though. It's kinda fun with an adult, but imagine doing that to a 10-year kid who spent his past 6 months building the house and taming a dog of his own. Have you seen kids play Minecraft these days? They'll do in 20 minutes what an adult'll take days to accomplish. It's mental. Modern Warfare 2. I've posted about this before on a different thread. I forget the name of the map, but it was the big grass one with the radioactive perimeter and the cave/bunker in the middle. I've been told it's wasteland. My friends and I would all equip riot shields and move around like Spartans in the phalanx formation without talking to the other team or communicating with them in any way. They also started moving in the phalanx formation and eventually it evolved into a riot shield fight club inside the bunker. 2 guys would go into the middle and start ramming each other with their shields while the rest of us were standing around them in a circle, jumping. It was one of the funniest and strangest things I have ever seen. The fact that there is another group of friends out there as weird as mine and we ran into them was very surprising. I came up with the idea of having everyone on our team equip cold-blooded pro don't show up on radar and no name pops up when you're in the crosshairs and a sniper class, so you have a ghillie suit and then hide. Each MW2 map had a couple good hiding places and we planned them out ahead of time. We were playing TDM on Rundown and we all jumped into the bushes on the perimeter of the map and were laughing as people would run by us. The other team was running around the map confused because they could see that the other team was full but couldn't find anyone. With the match almost over, one player on the other team finds us and realizes what we were doing, so doesn't shoot us. He stayed by us and started jumping around, which drew the attention of someone else on his team who, with 10 seconds left, threw a grenade and killed all of us. When the match ended and chat opened up, there was hysterical laughter coming from both sides. I miss that game. Evi is plenty weird, so mine is sort of mundane, but whatever. As a brief primer on Evi, in normal space, there is this thing called local, which is the chat window for the system. It lists all players currently in the system, so you always know if there's someone there. Then there's wormhole space. There is no local. You only appear there once you enter a message into the chat window. You could be surrounded by 20 players ready to murder you, and you wouldn't know till you went pop. There is a thing called scan though that reveals most ships in the local area around you, which is to say around 14.3 AU. Part of the culture of wormhole space then is that you don't talk in local, ever, not for any reason. This led to an odd situation once upon a time when I was running around in wormhole space. I had named my ship Please Don't Shoot or something similar. I hid mid scan and discovered a ship called Oh Yes I Will. In jest, I renamed my ship to Please No. On my next scan hit, the ship had changed to Coming to Kill You. I then proceeded to have a conversation for a few minutes purely by constantly changing the name of my ship and never once using the chat function provided in game. Back when I played Evi, me and a few buddies went on a wormhole gas mining adventure. I think we were 3 miners, myself included, and 2 stealth escorts. Don't remember what types of ships, so we weren't completely without protection, but it was still pretty risky. Everything was super quiet that day when suddenly the chat starts blowing up with this group of 7 or 8 guys typing the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody into the chat. We noped out of there very quickly. Years ago, I listened to 2 brothers living in the same house who were on separate Xboxes argue with each other in an Xbox live party. They were both members of a large clan I was in. Well, it got so heated brother #1 ran over to brother #2, and they started physically fighting, and we can hear it, since neither of them took their mics off, and for whatever reason they didn't fall off or get unplugged. Brother #2 started crying hysterically. We then hear their parents screaming at them, and we can hear brother #1 try to justify his actions, and brother #2 claim that he was unfairly hit in the face multiple times. We couldn't hear the parents' specific words, but we could tell they were pissed. Eventually both brothers are saying no, and please no. And mom, oh my god, no. After that, both mics go silent. One after the other, the party screen showed the mics weren't plugged in anymore, and neither brother does anything for about 10 minutes. After, they go offline and we never saw them come online again. Oh, and both brothers sounded like they were about 14 to 16 years old. So mom took their Xbox away, guessing that's why they were screaming no. Yeah, that's probably what happened. I guarantee some people here are going to go all drastic and assume they were beaten to death or something. Or at least hit with jumper cables. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more curated daily Reddit stories.